All right, welcome back to Crypto Talk, where we are going to discuss Solana price and why I think the Solana price will see a massive explosion to the upside very, very soon. Now, keep in mind, in order for this price explosion to happen, we need to see a strong crypto bull run. And just because I think that we're going to see a massive explosion to the upside in Solana does not mean that I'm going to be correct. So remember, I am not a financial advisor, and I'm not telling you to buy or sell crypto at all. Remember, crypto is risky. And if you choose to buy and sell crypto, you're doing so at your own risk. If you are going to listen to anything that I have to say, it is not on me if you choose to buy, sell, if you make money or if you lose money. It's all on you, okay? So if you make money, it's on you. If you lose money, it's also on you. So keep that in mind. Once again, I'm not a financial advisor, and I'm not telling you to buy or sell crypto, okay? Now, with that being said, I'm simply here to share with you what I think is opportunity, and you can do with this opportunity what you want, but again, at your own risk. So we're gonna dive into the Solana chart. We're gonna look at the very recent history for Solana. We're going to also look at its all-time high, and then I wanna show you something. I wanna compare it to something, and this is very interesting because I think Solana could, on a very, very kind of optimistic level, let's say if we're being like extremely optimistic, Solana could actually see incredible gains if it repeats what this one thing that I want to show you did in the last crypto bull run. So I'm going to share my screen with you, and with that being said, let's dive in. Let's go over to CoinMarketCap. We're here on CoinMarketCap, and we're going to quickly look at the Solana price in terms of the last week, 7 days, month, year, and all. Then we're going to look at its all-time high over on CoinCodex, and then I'm going to show you a comparison with Solana to another crypto project that had a major breakout in the 2021 bull run. And this Solana token could do the same thing in this bull run. Now, again, just because I think it could does not mean that it will. So remember, proceed at your own risk if you choose to proceed, okay? 1 day, Solana is up 3% at the time of me filming this video. 7 days, Solana is down 10%. On the 1 month chart, what are we seeing with Solana? We're seeing up 32%. On the 1 year chart, we're seeing up 604%. And on the all chart, we see 11,548. So let's not even focus on the all, in terms of this number right here, because, this number really at the moment doesn't really mean much. What we're looking for more than anything on the all is where we are right here in comparison to where Solana was at before. Because Solana, in my opinion, will easily hit its all-time high again. And I think it's going to easily hit its all-time high very, very soon. If we start to see the strong crypto bull run really take off, Solana in no time, I think, will be back at its all-time high. The reason I personally think this, and again, doesn't mean I'm going to be right, is because Solana has a lot of attention and a lot of hype, and there's a lot of money flowing into Solana. So all that attention, all that hype causes it to spike up drastically once we see bullish momentum. Now, very quickly, the market cap on Solana, it's ranked number 5. And we're at like 41.8, so very close to 42 billion. If you look over here on CoinCodex, the all-time high for Solana was in November 6, 2021 at 259.52. So it's still down 63% from its all-time high right now. And Solana, in my opinion, like I already said, will easily go past its all-time high. It'll easily go back to its all-time high, but I think for sure it's easily going to go past it. Again, in a strong crypto bull run, okay? So if we look at when this all-time high date was, it was towards the tail end of the 2021 bull run. So Solana right now is still down 63% compared to its all-time high up here, which was November 21, like we just saw. So what does that mean if we are getting into Solana right now? You can see that Solana is trading at 97.22 right here at the time of me filming this video. Keep in mind, of course, this stuff changes because, crypto moves a lot. So it could be different by the time you're watching this video. If we're seeing that at 97, let's just round up. Let's just say we're going to round up to $100. And let's just round this down to $250. Essentially, if you were to invest in Solana at $100 and you're thinking that Solana's all-time high is $250, and we're just making this for simple math. We're rounding up and rounding down on its all-time high. Essentially, $1,000 in Solana at 100, by the time it reaches its all-time high, would become $2,500. Now, that is not too bad, but with that said, I think that it has a lot more upside potential, and I think we're going to see a massive explosion for Solana. And before I share with you what I think the possibilities are for Solana, I want to quickly go through with you here the 7-day, the 1 month, and the 1 year chart. So if we look at the 7-day chart, you can see that Solana was up here doing decent right at the start of the new year. Even if we look at the 1 month, There we go. Let's back it off. Actually, let's just look at the 1 month chart, okay? Because on the 1 month chart, we had around mid-December here, and then Solana really went on a tear right here. This was, from mid-December to Christmas, and it touched $1, well, $1.23 plus. Okay, now it has been going down, slight pumps, slight dips, another pump here, down, pump, and then literally just down for, let's see, from this pump here, from 105 January 4 down to here. So essentially, one of the last pumps that we saw in the crypto market was very, very early in January, and then the kind of next few days that followed, we've pretty much seen a slide in the crypto market. Now, at the time of me filming this video, we have seen a reversal of that. Things have started to trend back to the upside, which you can see right here. Now, again, it does not mean that it's not going to reverse again and trend some more down. It's possible, but we're certainly seeing some bullishness. And a lot of this is ultimately going to depend on what Bitcoin is going to do. If Bitcoin is going to continue to run to the upside, then a lot of these altcoins, including Solana, will follow, and they will outperform Bitcoin from a percentage basis, okay? From a percentage multiplication basis, they're going to outperform Bitcoin. Bitcoin will be more in terms of per Bitcoin than something like Solana will be per Sol token, but the percentage is going to be more on something like Solana when compared to Bitcoin. So whether we see this go up very soon is really going to depend on a lot of what we're going to see in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is seeing some ETF speculation news, approval stuff. Ultimately, what happens with Bitcoin and the ETF stuff is to a degree going to decide if we're going to see the market boom to the upside here in the next couple weeks to months, okay? If that happens, I think do not be surprised if you see Solana literally at 150 rapidly and then 200 quite rapidly as well. I think that with strong bullish momentum, Solana moves so fast that you literally will miss the train if you wait too long. Now, keep in mind, if you look at the 1 year chart here with Solana, it's already up 610%. And a lot of this, if we look at its low here, was September, a little bit of a pump. And then let's say we're looking October, so kind of end of September to here, Solana is already up, 600 some percent. Now, granted, up here at this peak, I think this was around 800%. So it has dipped off by about 200%. If you're someone who wants to buy up dips, I think this could be a great opportunity to buy up a dip on Solana. But keep in mind that it's already, like I said, pumped that 600 some percent. And I personally think it's going to pump more, but just because I think that does not mean that it's not going to retrace first before it pumps more. So you ultimately have to weigh out the decision for yourself. If you want to get into Solana, I think now is a great opportunity, but I'm not telling you to do it because, like I said, it could retrace some more, but it could also explode to the upside. And so if you were to get in and explodes to the upside, you catch all those gains. If you were to not get in and it goes to the upside, you miss the gains. If you were to get in and it goes down, if it retraces some more, obviously you would see your, holdings decline for a bit before it'll eventually go back to the upside when we see that bull run. So it's kind of like you could get in and win, you could get in and lose, or you could stay out and lose, or you could stay out and win, right? So, I don't know exactly what's going to happen, so you have to make these decisions for yourself. Anyway, with that being said, I am myself very bullish on Solana. I think that Solana will easily hit 400 easy, okay? So if you think about Solana at a $100 SOL, okay? If a $400 SOL, if you put $1,000 in, you'll be sitting with $4,000 by the time Solana hits $400. Now, I say that I think Solana easy hits 4. To be honest, I personally think it's going to hit 600 to 800. Now, this is venturing a little bit kind of more towards the optimistic zone, but I think that with all the hype that Solana has behind it, it's very doable for it to hit 600 to 800. If you were to think, let's say we take the middle ground. So I think on the low end, it easily hits 400, again, in a strong crypto bull run. The middle ground, 600. $1,000 becomes 6,000. The higher ground, if you think of like 800, $1,000 becomes $8,000. Now, what could also happen for Solana is that it could explode even more. And what I mean by this is what I wanted to show you, like I said, I'm going to compare it to something for you here. If we look at the Solana all-time high at 259, okay, let's go over here to CoinCodex, and I got the Ethereum chart pulled up. When we look at Ethereum here, its all-time high in November 10, 2021, in the 2021 bull run was 4,867, okay? Keep that in mind. Let's go back to the bull run before Ethereum hit those type of numbers. Ethereum in 2017 bull run hit 1,000 1221, okay? So keep that in mind because Solana is kind of a newcomer onto the scene, and Solana's previous history here, let's say we look at this 2021 bull run, essentially Solana's 2021 bull run, this bull run here for Solana could be what this bull run was here for Ether, okay? If that is the case, okay, just think of this. If that is the case, and I'm not saying that it is the case, I'm not saying that I'm right, I'm not saying that I'm wrong. It could go either way. If you think of a 1221 Ether, and you think of a, let's say, 250 Solana, then we say, okay, from a 1221 Ether, we saw a 4867 Ether here in 2021. So what are we thinking then for Ethereum? If Ethereum did, let's say, 1200 to 4800, okay? So Solana, a 250 Solana here could be what was a 1250 Ethereum in 2017. Could be, okay? If that is the case, how many multipliers did Ethereum have? Roughly, we're just gonna do rough math. How many multipliers did Ethereum have from here? Well, let's just call it 1200 to, let's call it 4800, okay? If we think of this, this was about a 4x, okay? If we're looking at a 4800 versus 1200, that's a 4x from its all-time high. So if you think of Solana, an all-time high for Solana here, a 250 Solana, a 4x becomes $1,000 Solana if my math is correct. So that is even more optimistic than what I was thinking with 400 Solana, 600 Solana, or 800 Solana. Now, I think all of this is very, very possible for Solana simply because of the amount of hype that it has behind it. And we've already seen early on in the last couple months, not in the last week or so, when we've seen a little bit more of a slide, but in September, October, or October, November, December, we've already seen how fast Solana can move. And it's already demonstrated that it has that ability to move fast. And when we see the strong bull market commence, like get into full swing, we haven't even seen a major leg up. When we see that, that's where I think 600, 800, these things become possible for Solana. But again, if we're leaning more towards the conservative side, we're going to say 400. And if we're leaning more towards the aggressive side, we'll say 800. But you could also see that possibility of 1,000 or 1,000 plus Solana. Now, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself saying, hey, I think Solana will go crazy, crazy high. But it's very possible with the amount of hype that it has behind it, like I already said. Now, personally, if you want to invest in Solana right now, remember that you have to do so at your own risk. I'm not telling you to do it. You have a lot of upside, but you also have a little bit of a higher risk since this token has pumped a little bit more already. And if we were to see more of a retracement in the crypto market, Solana would likely continue to slide a little bit, possibly down to 90, possibly down to 80, and on kind of the lowest or worst case scenario, maybe even 70. Now, I don't personally foresee that unless we were to see a 30 to 40% drop in the market for whatever reason. If a bull market was to get delayed and we were to see a bearish scenario play out short term, then it's possible that Solana would retrace and you could get in at a better price. But it's hard to say. So you risk in a way getting in, but you also risk in a way not getting in. If it explodes to the upside, then you miss out and your multiplications aren't going to be as much. And you also have to understand that the higher Solana goes, the higher your risk becomes and less multiplication potential you have. Because essentially the higher it goes, when it does retrace after a bull run, essentially you have, not only do you not have as much multiplication potential, but it can drop down more when it does slide. Now, you have to weigh these things out for yourself. I personally think that Solana is still a great investment. I think that Solana could still 4, 5, 6, even up to 10x from its current price or from $100 sold. But again, I'm not saying that I'm correct. And with all that said, I appreciate you for tuning in. If you enjoy this video, give it a like, comment any thoughts or questions you have. If you want me to cover different crypto videos, any specific coins you want me to cover, let me know in the comments below. And subscribe to the Crypto Talk channel if you have not already, so you do not miss future Crypto Talk videos. And finally, if you want to buy and sell cryptos 100% free, then go ahead and sign up for MEXC. It's a crypto exchange, and you can sign up for MEXC via the first link in the description below. When you sign up for MEXC, you can fund a spot account, and you can literally buy and sell cryptos completely free inside your spot account. They're not going to charge you a fee to buy and sell. Many other crypto exchanges charge ridiculous fees. But with MEXC, you're not paying any fees when you're trading cryptos inside your spot account, and you have access to hundreds of thousands of different cryptos that you can buy and sell completely free, like I already mentioned. Again, first link in the description below, you can go get access to MEXC. Now, it's also important that if you do want to store some of your crypto offline, which is known by many people to be one of the most secure ways to store your crypto, then you can go ahead and get a cold storage wallet via the second link in the description below. The cold storage wallet will support certain cryptos, and any cryptos that it supports, you can essentially store offline. Again, it's one of the safest ways to store your crypto, and when you want to sell them, you can easily do so as well. Now, with that being said, again, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay blessed. Let's get this money, and let's go.